Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome back to another Kamen Rider Dragon Knight retro review. This is the Advent Beast figure set. So as you can see, you have the Advent Beasts for Dragon Knight, Wing Knight, and Torque, and they all came with little individual civilian figures. Now, when I first saw these, I'm like, this is kind of goofy. I kind of wish they came with the riders. But then I happened to think, you know what, I actually kind of dig stuff like this. I like getting like the flip head figures for PR, swappable civilian heads, and now that these are kind of retro toys, they're just kind of fun and funny to have. And I am kind of glad that they did this, just because I'm glad that they didn't force you to buy a possibly more expensive figure by packing in a rider figure with a beast. Like, if you didn't want it, I'm glad that you didn't have to buy a bigger set. And also, like, you didn't have to double dip if you wanted the Advent Beast, because, like, I think they sort of did that in Japan, where they had the sets that came with the Advent Beasts. I don't think they were Sochaku Henshins, but still you'd wind up with, like, 2 figures. So, you know what? I'm actually happy with this decision. Are these the greatest figures ever? Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for accuracy, no. But if you're looking to laugh, yes, they are. Like, this is meant to be Kit, and I guess it sort of has his hair, but not really, because his hair is pretty hard to forget. But yeah, it just looks like a generic sort of royalty-free Kit-like protagonist, and the only articulation you have is the head can turn and the arms can move. Can the waist move? No. So yeah, it's almost like the articulation of the Sentai Hero vinyls. I think Len looks the best and the most accurate because you have the sunglasses. It, in a way, kind of hides your face, Superman style, but it kind of has his aura, if that makes any sense, and is probably my favorite one for the accuracy. I think this one is the funniest one because it looks like he has a mullet. It looks like a royalty-free fusion dance version of whatever Torque's human name was and Tommy. Yeah, that's a good bit of fun. It's not like the thing you're probably buying this for, but like I said, it's kind of nice to actually get a new figure. I suppose you could have cut costs by just buying the monster too. It kind of reminds me in a way of like the way they did the auxiliaries in Samurai and Megaforce, where they included a figure because I think they were worried kids wouldn't want to buy just the monsters. I feel like these are cool enough if you package them together that kids would probably want to buy a dragon. But if you do you want to buy a dragon? How to buy your dragon. That's what I was going for the joke. It wasn't even worth it. Anyway, I'm going to get these guys out of the way. So the 3 Advent Beasts here. It's kind of cool to just be able to honestly have these, but they do have a gimmick where each one of them does have a weapon aspect to it. But I think these are overall pretty well done. You know, again, for the time, these probably weren't as expensive as buying those old sets from Ryuki that came with the monsters. So if you wanted to have them, I think it's cool that they had the option. You do have a little bit of articulation here at the tail and in the middle and with the head. And it does come off kind of easily. It's a little bit loose there. You can't open the mouth, which kind of sucks. I always find that to be a really basic and nice things that like dragons or lion or whatever, oh my, or, you know, figures or Zords, just being able to open the mouth gives it a little bit of personality, which I do appreciate. But you do have the ability here. Now the whole head's probably going to come off. Oh no, it didn't. So to pop this off, and you can put it on your Dragon Knight figure, which is nice. You have to put it on the side though, but you can do that. So that's really nice. It's too lazy to take the sword off, but showing that off. And now let's talk about Wing Knights. Kind of like the main Wing Knight figure itself, it's a little bit too blue. I feel like it's a darker navy in the show. But you can, you know, flap the wings here. You can see with some hinges, and you can fan the wings out a little bit as well. His little bat head even has some nice articulation, gives it a bit of personality there too. There was a little tiny hair on there. That's embarrassing. Oh, go ahead and thanks for showing that for me. He just dropped a poop. No, but this is the weapon that's included. You can put this in the hand of your Wing Knight figure, which is nice. But also, what's nice about this one is you do also have the ability to snap these on as wings. Why are you focusing on him? Camera, you think I'm talking about him? Think. Hello, McFly! There we go. So yeah, you can put these on the back here, and then you can like swing around these and do like a cape thing, and you can knock the dragon over and just make a fool of yourself. Look how perfectly I did this. Now it looks like he has something sticking out of his cape. Alright, lastly here we have Torque's Advent Beast, which is the most almost traditional figure-like. And honestly, like I said with the other two, other than him being a little too blue, and he's probably a little bit basic, they're honestly overall pretty good looking. Like, the back's a little bit basic, it's not like the most intricately detailed, but for what these are, this is pretty cool. And something I've mentioned in these Dragon Knight reviews is back in the day, being able to go on store shelves like at Target or Walmart and pick these up was really cool. And this does have some articulation here with the arms. You can spin them around, and you also do have elbow joints, which the Dragon Knight basic figures do not have, and you can move the head a little bit side to side. This little piece also comes off right here, and you can pop that on to your Legend of Zelda figure over here. So that's a neat bit of functionality, not as cool as wearing a dragon head, but still. You do have the ability to like open up this for like the blaster weapon, and you can, you know, aim that. For some reason I thought that did something, and then I'm like, quick, make up something, and then you can aim that. And then you can also push these cannons forward as well. So honestly, that's a good bit of fun. I think this also could have just sold as a regular figure. I don't know. Again, I'm not mad they included those dorky little figures, but I don't know why they're like always worried, like, we have to include a figure with these. And then you can also open these up. So this one, in a way, has kind of the most playability to it. But overall, I think these are a lot of fun. I really dig them. Again, in terms of like recommending these in the year 2024, it's something that I only really recommend if you like collecting kind of retro toys and you think this looks like a fun thing to own. Otherwise, if you are after these, again, I don't know the prices too, but if you're after these to like look the best, they did do some Advent Beast sets back in the day during the Ryuki line. I feel like they did an updated figure art of the dragon. I think like the black one came with Ryuga. But I'm not sure about the others, but there are some Japanese toys for these if you're looking for a more accurate one. It just depends on the price. I feel like this is one where this is the one where there's a good chance you could probably find these cheaper on eBay, but I think these are fun. You know, looking back, the Dragon Knight line wasn't the best, but they had some fun stuff. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Until next time, don't forget to climb the steps, ring that bell, so you get notifications for more retro reviews like this and more. Dawson Rider, signing out.